Hey, this is Jay, and I made the brilliant decision to re-grout my tile. It was really nasty, and there was a lot of silicone all over the place for some reason. I guess the tile companies are making matching silicone to match the tile color or the grout color, which is pretty cool. But I just wanted to kind of go over, a couple of things that I've run into, maybe give you guys some tips. Number one tip is when I was at the store, they make a grout refresh kit that I had never seen before, so check that out. This tile was put in about 5 years ago, and it is really, really hard. The grout is very, very difficult. It's not falling apart, it just got stained and nasty, and so I decided, let's do that. So here's some of the tools you need. You're definitely going to need a mat, something to sit on. You're going to be on your knees. This, I don't know, this is probably 3 by 12. The shower's pretty big. I have been working on this probably for a solid 12 hours, and I've only done the bottom, and I'm only going up to about 2 feet. Everything else seems to be pretty good. So number one, give yourself a lot of time. Even with the tools, this is a tremendous amount of work. The tools that I'm using, this is an old school fine knife. This is an oscillating tool. This one's old school. The only challenge and problem I have with this one is that there's no speed adjustment on this model. The newer ones have a speed adjustment. Definitely worth it to get a new one if you're gonna get one from wherever, from a hardware store, from Harbor Freight, something like that. Definitely make sure you get one. Good quality. Like I said, I've been using this tool probably for about 10 hours working on this thing. So I'm putting a lot of wear and tear on this thing. And then you need some grout bits. This particular one that is on here now, let's see if I can get this thing to focus on it, is the best one that I have found so far. It has got grit on both sides. You can see there, I've been using it quite a bit, and it's still got a good amount of teeth on it. But you've got to be really, really careful. And we're gonna see if I can find something to show you. Hopefully the lighting is okay. So when you're down here, here's a good example if we can get in there. You can see how the edge still has a little bit grout left. The reason for that is you want to get in here, you want to take the middle out. You do not want this tool to go up against the edge of the tile because it will chip the tile a little bit. I'm sure I have something around here like that. That one isn't me. That one was done by the original tile installer, but this is what's going to happen if you go too hard and heavy with this hard grit stuff onto the tile. So what I learned through trial and error is get in the middle, get close to the edge, and then leave it. Then you can come in with one of these guys. This is a cheap, I think it was $8.99 grout removal tool on Amazon. It's a plastic handle. It's got a good grip. It makes it really easy to use. You can really get some force going with it, but you can really fine tune the edge. Like I said, we can go back to the one I was looking at, and we can just get in here and just clean up that edge, get it to the end of the tile, and right up to the edge, and then it's good to go. But I can get all the grout removed without having to tear up the tile. So that's number one. I have tried many of these other bits. This one I got from Harbor Freight, same shape as the other one, much more aggressive. And because I don't have a speed adjustment, it was starting to chip up the tile a little bit. These round ones work pretty good. This one worked pretty good as well. What I was doing with this one is you get a lot of surface area, you can get a lot of contact at the same time. So I was digging trenches at the middle, just like I said with the other blade, and then leaving the edges if I can. Again, everybody's tile is going to be different. This stuff is probably about 3/8 of an inch gap, and you know, it wasn't getting it all in one pass. And again, you got to be really careful with how aggressive the grit is on these things. Some of these, the grit does not. I don't know if you can see. You can get it to focus here. Anyway, it's not really going to focus on that. But some of the grits, if you look at these two and compare them to, some of them much more aggressive than others. So if you had an adjustable oscillating tool, you might be able to get away with a heavier grit on a lower speed setting, and then just kind of work your way up to the edges and not chip it up. But it's going to be trial and error. It is a lot of work. I have much respect for the tile guys these days, because this is something like I said, it's way too much work. The other thing, definitely need to have a shop vac. Have a shop vac running when you are digging your trenches in the grout. I have been putting a crank. I got my ear protection, I've got my mask, I've got my gloves, I've got my eye protection. And when you're digging these trenches, when you're tearing up all this grout, you need to have your shop vac running, or it is going to be a disaster. This powder is so fine, it is everywhere. So I've actually got shop vac running, and then I put a fan up over here that is blowing anything that we don't get out that window. And I've got the the exhaust fan on as well. So I'm trying to keep all the dust isolated into this area. If you really wanted to, you could put up some plastic and really isolate the area so you don't get dust all over throughout the house. So you got to be careful with that. So again, I'm going to recap it one more time. Get your knee protection. Oh, looks like I just hit the light so we can see better. When you're going through these, keep this in the middle. And then you can, the other thing I was doing is you can kind of angle it and come up underneath the side so that you're not right up against the edge. So if you're coming up underneath, maybe on a slow setting, then that would work pretty well. But the safest way to do it, if you really don't want to damage the tile, is to leave a little bit on either side, come in with this guy, point up the edge like that, and then you get a clean edge, no visible chips, and then you can regrout and cover everything back up. So hopefully this helps. The reason I put this together is because there are some people that were showing how to do it, but they weren't showing kind of the nuts and bolts of what needs to be done and really how much work it is. So hopefully you guys are, comment and let me know if you have any better techniques, because this is what I've been doing for the last 3-4 days, and it is a really long time. All right, thanks for watching.